of funny, you know. Some people collect butterflies as a hobby. Some people collect stamps. Some people spot trains. Then you have this mob. It's come from all over Australia to pay homage to television. One particular series they have in mind, all about a man who flies through time and space in a telephone booth. Yep, Doctor Who. It's right up there with Star Trek in the cult TV stakes. From Perth to Parramatta, from Hobart to the Hastings River, they've come to celebrate the deeds of the good doctor, who's battled a variety of screen nasties over the last 30 years. These conventions are held all over the world. Dallas Jones is in charge of this Aussie Who Hoedown.
Most people think about it as being a program from children. And of course there are lots of things in the program which would appeal to children, particularly monsters and being action, very fast orientated. But underneath it, the program has other aspects which the family can get into, and adults. Things like nature of the story, the plots in the story.
So what do you do at a Doctor Who convention? Well, there's an auction of memorabilia. The hardened Doctor devotee can pick up an autographed paperback for $50. It's a bargain.
And sold.
That's all too much for you. There's the video room, the intrepid Time Lord, 24 hours a day. Then, of course, there's the merchandise. Now, you've got every conceivable thing here, from the books, obviously, to magazines devoted to the program. You have your comics, toy Daleks with friction drive, the calendar, of course, various array of badges, and where would you be without your Doctor Who soundtrack? And, of course, special guests.
Don't you love these people who come with subtle lighting?
Enter Katy Manning, now an Australian citizen. Katy starred in Doctor Who in the early 70s. She played Jo Grant, the Doctor's Dolly Bird assistant.
Doctor, I thought the TARDIS was working again.
What gave you that idea?
Oh, being dragged off to an alien planet 500 years in the future, for example.
Katy, it's been like over 20 years since you left the show. You've come 12,000 miles and you still can't get away from it.
No, I mean, it doesn't matter where you go, actually. I think anywhere in the world you're still going to find people who say, you used to be in Doctor Who, you know. And it's just incredible.
How does it feel having these people hanging on their every word?
Pretty weird, don't you think it's weird?
I think it's very weird.
It's weird.
Very weird. And what is it that makes hundreds of people travel the country for a TV show which isn't even on TV anymore?
Well, I started watching it back in the 1970s, and besides the good storyline in it, I think there's a lot more in it. It goes in depth, it deals with moral issues. I think they could even use it as a subject for the HSC here in New South Wales.
I think it's a show for everybody. I mean, if you're into that sort of thing. I've been watching Doctor Who since I was about 4, and I hope I'll be watching it till I'm about 40.
I suppose really escapism, isn't it, basically? Trying to see into the future.
Can Katy enlighten us?
I wish I could, darling, because if I could, you and I would go into production tomorrow. No, today. Because, unfortunately, you can never say what it is that makes something work. If we could, we would be millionaires, all of us. Wouldn't that be nice?
Well, there you go. That's the Australian world of Doctor Who. Now, look, let me tell you, I've always wanted to do this. I'm sorry it's not a proper police box. Miss Grant, can you go, my dear?
With me?
On my oath, I've got to fly it.
Let's
Come
go,
on.
baby. Ooh, this is much better than it ever was in the other TARDIS, I can tell you that.
It was a lot older than you.